It was less than 6 minutes into the game when a missed shot led to a Reggie Leach breakaway on the near side. And with a gorgeous backhand, Leach beat Boston goalie Gilles Gilbert to give the Flyers a 1-0 advantage. The Flyers held on to that lead throughout the first period. The game was far from over, and the Rifle was just getting loaded. The second period is coming up.
Wasn't such an active period for referee John McCauley, assessing 5 penalties in that first stanza. Moose DuPont with a puck. Hits a breaking Dave Schultz over the line. Holds, throws it to Don Selesky. Can't get the stick down. Good enough, closes. Takes it deep into the corner, out in front, and it jumped over Dave Schultz's stick, and he was free on the right wing. Terry O'Reilly to a breaking Savard. Moose DuPont fans, but Dave Schultz puts it back to neutral ice. Going for the puck is Milbury, ridden off by Don Selesky. Kindrachuk as O'Reilly comes in deep, right onto the stick of Moose DuPont. Off the boards for breaking Dave Schultz, but Kindrachuk can't get a stick down. It's Terry O'Reilly. Offsides, Boston Bruins. Savard caught in the Philadelphia zone.
Milbury for the Bruins, he's not the fanciest player in the world, but he sure clears one of the front of the net. And the last couple of games he started to lug the puck. He's got a little bit of room in his own end, and he's moving the puck right from his own end deep in his own zone across the red line, which is, you see a young defenseman doing that, plus clearing in front of the net. I think he's going to be a half-decent one when he gets a little experience.
Somebody said that he reminds them, for some reason, of Eddie Van Imp, a very defensive-minded defenseman, and clears folks from out in front.
I think the way he used the stick.
Right, has a lot to do with it. Okay, that's Brad Park on the backhand into the Philadelphia zone. As Al Hurt comes alive here at the Spectrum. Tommy Bladen almost loses the puck to Kenny Hodge. Back to the point. Brad Park, 50-footer. Good stick save. Busick knocks down the rolling puck. Dallas Smith pumps it in. Loose in front, scores off Kenny Hodge's skater stick, and it's 1-1.
That play, I think, probably hit 2 or 3 players going in there. It hit Shepard's stick. I know he tipped it to Hodge's leaning in front of that. Stevenson makes a good stop right here. And it bounces back to the point. Busick feeds out to the point to Smith, and it hits Shepard. And I might have hit Hodge or Joe Watson in front of the net.
Well, whomever it hit, it is still a goal, and we have a 1-1 hockey game with just 59 seconds played into the middle period. Lansbury around the board. Gilbert can't find the handle. Dornhofer in deep. Overskates the puck, and Dallas Smith has it. Goes to the backhand to Brad Park. Ross Lansbury goes to Park. Or Mel Bridgman. Park eludes Bridgman, drops it off for Dallas Smith. Flyers 1, Bruins 1, early in period number 2. Lansbury going for the puck, and it's Brad Park controlling for the Boston Bruins to Greg Shepard, to Kenny Hodge. Busick is free, but knocked down nicely by Dornhofer to Tom Bladen. Tommy can't get a stick down, and Busick taps it deep into the Boston zone. Going for the puck is Brad Park, almost losing it to Ross Lansbury, and Park slowly tries to hit a breaking Shepard. Slightly behind Kenny Hodge. Offsides the call. Hodge was over the blue line.
That Hodge, that puck coming to Hodge, come behind him. If he had been in front of him or leading him across the blue line, he would have had a breakaway. He had gotten around the defenseman.
Smith and Busick with the assist, and Greg Shepard getting credit for the goal. So we have a tie here in Philadelphia with Bobby Clark to take the draw with John Rattel, as we have probably a commercial delay as the Boston Bruin game is being seen throughout the New England area. Veteran linesman Matt Pavlich, who refereed the Russian Flyers game here with the famous walk-off by the Russian Hockey Club. John Rattel and Bob Clark. We have played less than 2 minutes into the second period. Shots on goal in the first period, the Flyers 7 and Bruins 7. But so far here in period 2, the Flyers have yet to crank up an official shot on goal. Bob Clark deep into the Philadelphia zone. Jimmy Watson has the puck. Drops it off for Billy Barber. Holds. John Rattel, he's right on the blue line. Tries to hit Bobby Clark on the line. Leach is free. Clark right on the Leach. He closes. Holds. Score! As only Reggie Leach can do it through the 5-hole. This is a 2-1 hockey game. Oh.
He's like a rattlesnake. He just gets loose, and you're almost counting goal when he gets in there. You'll see his puck. Clark's sitting right up at the Boston blue line. He's sitting right on top. He's got Leach just barreling now. Defenseman Milbury's too far over. Right through his legs. He just lets it go, and he just threads the needle right.
Incredible.
It's a 5-hole, they call that.
As the Flyers held on to their 1-goal lead and the game heated up, tempers began to flare. A high stick led to a brutal fight between Flyer Mel Bridgman and Bruin Andre Savard. Bridgman was hit for 5 minutes for fighting and 2 for roughing. Savard received just a 5-minute penalty. After play finally resumed, the Bruins had one of their best scoring chances of the night when Jean Rattel's shot hit the Flyers' goalpost. The Bruins had just missed tying the game. And as we return to action, the Flyers are about to take advantage of another Bruin mishap in the Flyer zone.
Approximately 8.5 minutes into the second period, the Flyers holding on to a 2-1 lead. Tommy Bladen, wing to Reggie Leach. To a breaking O'Kinderchuk, Terry Crisp free on the left wing over the line with Leach breaking right on his stick. Backhand goal! As only Reggie Leach can do, hat trick on a super feed from Terry Crisp. Oh,
You'll see a second ever here by Reggie Leach. He's already checked once and he hangs on to the puck. Here it is. Kinderchuk feeds Crisp right at the Bruin blue line. He carries in, and you watch Reggie. He's checked by Dal Smith. Or by the forward, he's got a hold of the stick there. He saves with the
Langdon.
He just slides it up right over top of Gilbert on the short side again.
A hat trick for Reggie Leach.
You've got to give Reggie a lot of credit now. When he had lost the puck once, and he got it back and put it right up top over Gilbert.
Crisp and O'Kinderchuk get the assist on that. 11, 12, 13th playoff goal for
Here's the same play over again. He just feeds Chris to the blue line. He skates in. He's got the dope coming. There it is. Langdon's got a good check on him right there, but the puck goes free, and Reggie just puts it over top of Gilbert.
And Gilbert came all the way out, and the chant here in Philadelphia as an icing is called against Philadelphia. Reggie, Reggie, Reggie. Lord above.
The first goal, everybody questioned. They're downstairs talking, saying, "Geez, Gilbert made a bad play." I didn't think he did. I thought he looked at that fake that Reggie gave him on the front hand.
Right.
Figured he's going to go to the top corner on the far side. And Reggie, like we said before, a 61 goal scorer, just brought her back in his backhand, and Gilbert had figured wrong.
As we rejoin the action, the Flyers still hold a 3-1 lead with less than 5 minutes remaining in the second period.
Ross Lonsbury replaces Bob Kelly. And we'll move to the left wing. This has been the hustle and bump line going full tilt all playoff long. Dornhofer, Bridgman, and Ross Lonsbury. Forbes wins the draw right in on goaltender Stevenson, but he was alert. Forbes and DuPont get elbows up, but nothing to that. And we'll have play.
Almost the same play we had happen in the first game when Shepard scored.
Right.
He took the draw and just fired right by Wayne.
Bridgman moves over Goodenough just in case Forbes were to win the draw again. Forbes and Larry Goodenough collide. Good play by Mel Bridgman to come away with the puck. Drops it slightly behind Ross Lonsbury. Right onto the stick of Mel Bridgman. He and Dornhofer 2-on-2. Bridgman's shot is against the glass. Goodenough can't get a stick down. Nowak. And it goes to Forbes. Forbes spun around by Gary Dornhofer. And in turn, it's Larry Goodenough sending it wing to wing right onto the stick of Don Marcotte. To Forbes. Takes a good hip check from Ross Lonsbury over the line. It's Maluta dumping it into the corner, going for it. Nowak and Mel Bridgman. Just a burst of strength there to come away with the puck. Drops it behind goaltender Wayne Stevenson. To Moose DuPont to Lonsbury. Looking for Dornhofer in the right wing, right on Dorney's stick. Dorney takes it over the line. Oh, lined up, and he is drilled by two people, Nowak and Milbury, and away comes Marcotte. Nowak breaks for the goal mouth, pulls up, throws it. Good play by defenseman Tommy Bladen. Had his stick right on the ice, and boy, as a defensive coach, Barry, you had to like that one.
Yeah, he just timed it right. He didn't get tied up with Nowak and just played the puck coming across in front of the net.
Reggie Leach tries to take Langdon off the puck. Clark and Smith try to dig it free right to Tom Bladen. Everybody on side for Philadelphia. 3 minutes and 10 seconds and counting here in the middle period. And the Boston Bruins with the puck. Skating out is Cordy Clark, number 27. Headmans the puck to Savard. Savard takes Tommy Bladen wide, pulls up, goes to the backhand, and it's kicked free by Bob Clark with Leach trailing. Clark, Leach, and Barber over the line. Clark drops it to Leach, shoots, scores! 4 goals for Reggie Leach! An incredible performance here at the Spectrum. Oh, it was that set up, Barry.
They can see them. They come down the ice. You see Reggie. I think he's saying, "Go ahead, go ahead." And Clarkie goes right down the side, pulls his defenseman over. Here it is. They're just starting out of the end here. They steal the puck. Now you can see Reggie just tucks in behind Clarkie, goes down the outside. He gets the defenseman Smith to go over. He's got to go over on Clark because he can cut in from the corner. He's gone, and there it is, right to the circle. He just catches that far side pass to Gilbert. You wonder why they call him a rifle.
Well, 11, 12, 13, and 14. I don't have our book, Barry, but I would have to think that's a record for a Stanley Cup game, 4 goals.
No, Rocker Richard got 5 in a game one time. Years ago, I remember when I was a kid listening to the game. I think the score was 5-4 or whatever. He got all 5 goals.
Barber going for it with Reggie Leach parked in front, and it's Clark for the Boston Bruins. Leach to Bobby Clark. Gets it back to Moose DuPont. 35-footer. And it was Reggie Leach parked in front. Thrown in front again, but it whistles wide. And getting his stick on it is Gordy Clark, number 27. Leach drops it off for Moose DuPont. Kindrachuk replaces Bob Clark. Leach still on for Philadelphia. He gives away to Don Selesky. Kindrachuk almost steals it and does from Dallas Smith. Selesky was free in front momentarily. Kindrachuk drops it off for Bill Barber, breaking his Moose DuPont. Barber right around Gary Doak, spun around, and Gordy Clark finally gets it out to neutral ice. Good play by the 22-year-old youngster. And hustling back is number 26, Steve Langdon for the Bruins. And finally, it's Oak Kindrachuk coming away from Philadelphia. Less than 2 minutes left in the period. Flyers 4 and the Bruins 1. The Bird takes it wide, moves right around Darrell Strand. Schultz is parked in front, slightly behind Oak Kindrachuk, right on the stick of John Busick. But he'll have to do it solo as Philadelphia spread out on that blue line. Rattel behind a breaking Kenny Hodge. Intercepted by Kindrachuk. And he finally gets it back to neutral ice with Hodge draped all over him. And he can't pull free, and Rattel spots Busick. Sends the puck into the Philadelphia zone where Stevenson drops it off for Joe Watson. Hodge comes in deep. Kindrachuk beats Brad Park to it, keeps the puck on its way, and this will be icing against Philadelphia with 1:13 left in the middle period, and the Flyers with 3 goals by Reggie Leach lead it 4-1.
That's been the story of this period. It's been Leach versus the Bruins. He's just been deadly. He's had probably only 4 real good scoring chances. He's counted every one of them. He's the, what do you call it, the home run hitter?
Right.
It is,
DS is designated shooter.
Whatever you got to do. This is baseball players get that home run when they need it, and he's the same way with the goals.
It was interesting. Bill Lyon, the fine columnist for the Inquirer, and Stan Hochman for the Daily News, both did pieces on Reggie Leach today and responded with 4 goals in 2 periods and still has 21 minutes left in this hockey game. Bob Clark with the puck. Brad Park and tries to hit a breaking Mel Bridgman. Edistran knocks it down, and Park has the puck. Almost intercepted by Bridgman. He falls down, but Park controls. Look to a bracing Johnny Busick. Out comes Wayne Stevenson and jumps on the rolling puck. As far as shots on goal, Philadelphia and the Bruins equal at 16-16, but sorry about this old bromide or cliche. It's on the scoreboard where the Flyers lead 4-1, and that's all you can say, Bear.
Yeah, that last shot, probably another player maybe would go wide with it or high, but Reggie just picked that corner, and you really can't fault Gilbert. He's played a pretty good game. It's just that he's got Reggie shooting at him, not somebody else.
Right. Bobby Clark wins the draw from Forbes, but it comes back to Brad Park. 40-footer straight down the middle, and it whistled a little wide. Larry Goodenough quickly out of the Philadelphia zone. Flips it deep into the Boston zone. It's onside as Mel Bridgman and Brad Park go for the puck. Rookie runs over people, and in comes Ross Lonsbury, and Goodenough. Dornhofer tries to knock down the rolling puck. Lonsbury tries to get it back to the point. Controls. Free at the left point as Jimmy Watson circles away from trouble. A real good hit from Edistran. Tries to hit Mel Bridgman. He tries to do a turnaround. Puck is free. And finally, it's Larry Goodenough fanning, and can't keep it in the Boston zone. Waits till Bridgman gets onside. Bridgman gives way to Bob Clark. 12 seconds left in the period. Flyers 4. Lonsbury almost intercepts. Edistran Headmans the puck to Terry O'Reilly. Jimmy Watson circles away from forechecking of O'Reilly. Deep into the Philadelphia zone. 2-1. That's the end of the period. And the Flyers holding a commanding 4-1 lead on 3 goals in that stanza by Reggie Leach.
As the third period began, the Flyers had 2 great chances in front, but goalie Gilles Gilbert proved up to the task. When Kenny Hodge found Don Marcotte for a Bruins goal, Boston was suddenly right back in the game, cutting the Flyers' lead to 4-2. We rejoined the action with 6 minutes gone into the third period, and the Flyers looking to put the game away for good.
Wins the draw to Jimmy Watson. He has to go to the backhand, hits McCauley. Savard re-intercepts. Tommy Bladen with the puck as O'Reilly comes in, and he knocks it off the board to Dave Schultz. Doak comes in deep for Boston. Dave tries to get it free. Doak fans on it. Kinderchuk headmans the puck to Don Selesky, but slightly over his stick. Intercepted by Milbury. Tommy Bladen right onto the stick of Gary Doak. Around the glass. Knocked down by Stevenson to Jimmy Watson. In deep is Terry O'Reilly. Kinderchuk was free at the slot, right on his stick, and he gets it out the neutral ice as Milbury rides off the puck. Terry O'Reilly with Don Selesky forechecking deep for Philadelphia. Gary Doak with the puck off the boards, kept in nicely by Kinderchuk. Milbury with Selesky on top of him, intercepted by Kinderchuk. Savard right there. Kinderchuk tries to dig it free, gets it to Nowak, right to Terry O'Reilly. And can he beat Dave Schultz down the off wing? And does, but Dave rides him off nicely. O'Reilly tries to get the stick down. Jimmy Watson right there. Nowak rides Watson off, and Kinderchuk gets the puck to Don Selesky. Schultz is free and right on his stick. He has Brad Park to beat. Dave tried to stick handle around Brad Park and couldn't do it. Terry O'Reilly right on the stick of Tommy Bladen. To Bob Clark. Leach is breaking. To Reggie Leach. Takes it over the line. Leach going to the backhand. Going for 5. Score! Reggie Leach, 5 goals! What a backhand effort! Good night!
Just spilled my coffee in that goal.
I just spilled your coffee. No wonder my leg is on fire.
Unbelievable.
Couldn't believe it. There's no way, Doctor, I'm going to tell you that he's going to
Here
do
he
that.
comes. He just goes right down that side. He's on the back end again. He's right at the top of the circle. He's got Gilbert's number again. He's off to the side. He's got that far post.
You cannot fault the goaler on that one.
He's just catching that far post. That's where...
This guy but next to us is going bananas. Said it was the goaler's fault. Who's that?
He's a writer.
Oh, he's a writer. What does he know, right?
Things are going. They're going for you.
Yes.
He just tied a record
Right.
with that goal for 5 in the playoff game.
Imagine. Moose DuPont keeps it in the Bruin zone. Clark can't find it. DuPont gets it to Barber, but it's knocked down by Brad Park. Drops it off for the breaking Boston Bruin. Over the line, into the corner. That's Gordie Clark, number 27. Steve Langdon takes a good hit from Moose DuPont. Down go DuPont. Free in front is Forbes. Can he get the puck? But instead is Bobby Clark. The Flyers coming out 3-on-3. Joe Watson. Leach over the line. Going for 6, and he dumps it into the corner. Watson right there along with Brad Park. Barber tries to get it free and does. Forbes comes in to tie it up, and we should have a stoppage of play, and we do.
The other person with 5 goals in a playoff game was Rocket Richard in a 5-1 game over Toronto in March 23, 1944.
Well, I tell you what, if anybody deserves...
Here's the goal. Reggie just goes right down the side, almost the same as his first goal, and he goes to that far side. Now he catches that post. His first goal in the first period, he put on the short side. He right over top of the leg on the short side.
Well, the Spectrum here in Philadelphia with over 11 minutes to go in the final period, with the Flyers holding on to a 5-2 lead, and it would appear insurmountable now as it's Shepard firing from 65 feet away, tries to throw it in front. Dallas Smith cranks it up. It's on the ice. Glove save. Moose in front. Knocked away by Ross Lansbury. And finally, it's Jimmy Watson coming up with the puck. Looks for breaking Tom Bladen, who gets it out the neutral ice. To Greg Shepard. Busick is on the left wing. Shepard into the corner. Bruins haven't rolled over and quit. Talking about rolling over, Stevenson did on that one. Mel Bridgman right there with defenseman Maluta on top of them. And he drops it off the boards for Tommy Bladen. In comes Johnny Busick. And it's Dallas Smith trying to control. Tom Bladen knocks it down right to Mel Bridgman, a little too far. And it's Greg Shepard. Shepard with the puck from the blue line. dribbler knocked down by Mel Bridgman, goaltender Stevenson. As Jimmy Watson tries to get it to Mel Bridgman deep into the Philadelphia zone. Exactly 10 minutes left in period number 3. Bladen to Dornhofer. Tries to the breaking Terry Crisp. Good play by Bladen to get away from Rattel. Dorney pumps it into the Bruin zone. Going for it, Hound Kelly and Gary Duke. Kelly can't find the puck. It's beneath a sprawling Gary Duke, and we have a stoppage of play. It is Boston 2 and Reggie Leach 5.